Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to YouTube. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do that. And we have some very interesting things to discuss today. Now, if you are becoming a profitable trader, there are multiple avenues for you to actually make money other than the trading side of business. If you are a profitable trader, there are multiple ways for you to make money. And one of such ways is running a fund or starting a fund. Now, of course, I live in Nigeria, and initially, of course, my dream has always been, of course, it's still a dream. The dream has always been to start a hedge fund and, further down the line. But then the complexities of running a hedge fund is no small feat. I mean, there are some administrative things you have to set up. You have to have an offshore fund, then an onshore management company. It's quite a bit, it's quite a bit to actually set up a hedge fund. But then there is a type of fund that is available to you, and that is what I refer to as a PAM fund, a percentage allocation management module. Now, this type of system is usually available on, different brokers. And of course, right now, I have moved to set that up because, of course, for me, the reason that I'm actually doing this long term is aside generating money for myself, I also want to be able to manage investor funds. Now, you might say, oh, there's a prop firm part. Of course, while I'm a huge advocate of prop firms, and of course, there are only two prop firms that I would recommend in these times. Of course, I'm going to make a separate video about that in a different video, but that's not what this is about. While I'm a huge advocate of prop firms, I am also personally a huge advocate of being a fund manager, that is being able to have access, to manage third-party funds of, everyday investors, generate a passive income for them, and all these type of things. That is one thing that I really, really want to do with my trading career, and of course, build a portfolio around that, and of course, build a brand and a name around that. And as time goes on, eventually, the PAM fund is going to become a full-blown hedge fund. That is really what this is for me. And of course, this is in 2024. I'm recording this in 2024. Today is September 27th, and we don't know what time in the future the hedge fund is going to manifest. We don't know when that is going to be. But of course, right now, what I have within my control and what I can do is that I can start a PAM fund. Now, what is a PAM fund? Now, this type of PAM fund, PAMM, enables me to pool the funds of all the investors together. I need you to understand the difference between the PAM fund or a PAM account or a PAM money management and the copy trading system. Now, the copy trading system, you just put the money in the account, and the only thing that happens is you use your account to copy my account. Now, I've run that for some months, and I've started to notice some things within the system that I'm not quite comfortable with. Sometimes, maybe my account is of a different size, the account of the other person is of a different size, and of course, it allocates the trade based on the account size of the person. And of course, sometimes the trades don't get copied, maybe because I have a certain leverage on my account and the other account has a certain leverage, and then some trades don't get copied. But then with a PAM system, what happens is that the fund manager, who is at the center of it all, has his own money. He puts that in an account. And then if there are 10 different investors, all these 10 different investors have their funds. Let's say the fund manager has $1,000 in his account, and then 9 other investors have $1,000 each in the account. In a copy trading system, what is going to happen is that the trader is going to place the trade, and of course, it's going to be copied across the board to all these different traders, and that's how it works. And of course, when they close the trade, they gets paid the percentage or the cut of those trades or the profits of those trades at the end of the day. But in a PAM system, as investors join the fund, what happens is that their fund comes into a central fund. So the trader puts up $1,000, and the other 9 guys that have $1,000 each put up $1,000, and what the trader gets to trade, the fund manager gets to trade, is a $10,000 account. He gets to have $10,000 to trade with, and at the end of the trade, whatever profit is generated, or of course losses, is going to be distributed across those traders. It's going to be distributed across 10 traders, depending on how much they contributed, their percentage contribution to the fund. That is how it works, and that is exactly the model that we are going to be using. And of course, this is exactly what we are setting up right now. Of course, it's in the process, it's in the works, and it's coming. So let's say at the end of the day, we have $10,000. We have now generated $1,000. We have now generated $1,000 return, which is I think that's $1,000. That's 10% of the profit. So what is going to happen is that every single trader gets $100 each in their account. So we're going to distribute, because they have 10% contribution to that. $1,000 in 10 places is 10,000. So 10% contribution, you get 10% of the profit. So if $1,000 profit is generated, you get $100 profit in your account. And of course, if the fund manager is charging you 20% profits, or charging you a 30%, depending on what, then you pay a percentage of the $100 that you generated back to the manager for managing those funds, and the rest, $70 or $80, is up to you to actually do whatever you want in that account. So that is exactly how this works, and that is exactly how a PAM fund works. And all along, you are not giving the fund manager the money, you are creating an account on a broker, and of course you are sending that money, you are putting your money in the brokerage. And when you put the money in the brokerage, when you're also going to make a deposit, you're also going to withdraw from the broker end. So you're not giving the trader the money. The trader does not get to touch your money. He does not get to control deposits or withdrawals and all of those things. What happens is that the trader, you put the money in your account, the broker oversees the deposit, he oversees the withdrawals, and the broker controls the entire thing. Even the allocation of the profits, the allocation of the trades, the pooling of the funds together is automatically done by the system. So that is exactly how it works. And, this is the type of situation that we've set up, and we found this to be far more helpful for us as a fund than, the copy trading system. So this is exactly what the PAM fund is all about. So this is the major difference between the copy trading system and, of course, the PAM system. So right now we are launching the Chikwado PAM fund. So it's a fund, and it's, of course, we uses the PAM model. So that's why I call it the PAM fund, the Chikwado PAM fund. So it's a very, very fantastic model that we're going to use at the moment, because we're still starting out the fund. The minimum requirement to actually join that fund is $350. So of course, as time goes on, we're going to have all those things right in the works, of course, along with the broker that we're going to be using to run the PAM system. So of course, I encourage you to get on board. It's a very, very huge one we have coming. I encourage you to get on board. And, if you have any questions about the PAM fund or any other video you would like me to treat, please leave that as a comment down in the description, and I'll be more than happy to get that video across to you. Cheers.